Minnesota's a really diverse place. It's really cosmopolitan when you get into like the downtown Minneapolis area, and obviously it's the Minnesota Minneapolis mission, but St. Paul there's the Twin Cities, so there's Minnesota or Minneapolis and St. Paul, and they're really large urban and metro areas, and so very few. Obviously, there's a lot the heavy downtown area, but then there are lots of suburbs as well, and those can really vary in demographics as well and socioeconomic status and whatnot. But really interesting there. The missionaries, this could be a little different now, but when I was there, there were English-speaking and Spanish-speaking missionaries and also Hmong-speaking. So they had some Laotian missionaries before, and there's still a lot of Laotian people, but the primary, there's a lot of diversity in the area. And so it was really neat to be able to interact with a lot of these different groups. And in my first area that I was in, there were a lot of people from Liberia and from Ghana. And so I got to teach a lot of people from West Africa, which was really, really neat. That probably added to the culture shock a little bit. I went from living in Utah to living in like part of West Africa, just migrated over into, North Minneapolis suburb. And so it was really, really different, but really exciting and fun to be able to meet and mingle with so many different people. And but it's really interesting. I all the areas I served in were fairly large cities. I think the smallest city I served in there was one city of about 12,000 people and another of about 15. But there are some areas that have branches in cities of like 2,000 people. So those were different. And I was able to go on exchanges in these areas, which was really fun to go out to northern Minnesota and the Iron Range and just visit these small towns. But